Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy just laid the smackdown on NBC News Meet the Press anchor Chuck Todd, and it was magnificent. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. So Vivek appeared on Meet the Press on Sunday, and Todd immediately went to the question about the Jacksonville mass shooting that occurred on Saturday night. And it was a horrible mass shooting where 3 black people were killed by a racist white person, whose name will not be mentioned here, who chose to go out that day and kill black people. It's a horrible crime, and we should all, first of all, keep the victims and their families in our prayers, and we should all condemn this. That being said, to tie it to politics is abhorrent, and that's exactly what Todd attempted to do until Vivek set him straight. Let's take a look at it.
Violent crimes on the right than on the left. Why is this a lot more pervasive on the right?
Well, the fact of the matter is, I think that there's a lot more violence that's also pervasive in parts of the country that supposedly are left-wing voter bases. So I don't think this is a left versus right issue, and I don't think we should try to politicize this through partisan goggles either, Chuck, especially in the wake of a tragedy like this one. The fact is there are more black men dying on the south side of Chicago.
Do you ignore the elements that allowed this manifesto to spread online, and that what we're, it does feel as if social media connects some of these hateful ideologies.
Well, the fact of the matter is I do think we have 2 standards that we're even applying if we're having a conversation about manifestos. We still have not yet even seen the manifesto of that transgender shooter in Nashville of a Christian school, and yet here we're focusing on the motive. So if we want to look at this through a politicized lens, let's look at what the political media and the political establishment is doing differentially in how they analyze different crimes and then create a new narrative around it. The fact is, what I said in the Nashville shooter case, I will say here. Any killing, any mass killing is heinous. We need to get to the root cause of the mental health epidemic, address that. We need leadership that sets the right tone in this country. But if we are going to talk about manifestos and politicization, Chuck, I think it is incomplete not to look at the absence of releasing that Nashville shooter manifesto even as of today. That's why I personally traveled to Nashville to call for it. And that, I think, is the best evidence of real politicization in terms of what the public sees and what the public doesn't. I want to apply one standard for everybody. I don't want to look at this through partisan goggles. I want to look at this through one standard of the rule of law for everybody.
You believe racism is a mental health issue?
Well, I do believe that racism in many cases is manufactured in a way that creates more racism in this country.
Now, Vivek absolutely nailed it there. To turn this into politics, we don't even know the politics of this shooter yet, and even if we did, who cares? They're a psychotic racist scumbag. Who cares what their politics were? I don't. I'm glad that their evil is off the planet, absolutely. The shooter turned the gun on himself. I'm glad that he's gone. We don't need people like that in this world. But to tie it to politics, abhorrent. Abhorrent. And the media is going to do it. Unless it's a leftist shooter. Then we look at everything else, like the gun. We don't look at the actual shooter and their motivation. Folks, let me know what you think of this story. Do you like Vivek? Are you going to vote for him? Do you still want Trump, but you still like Vivek? A lot of different things you could answer. Let me know in the comments. Also, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because that really helps us out. I'm Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.